In this video, we'll be discussing polymers in personal care products. First, we need to look into what polymers are exactly. Polymers are large molecules made of smaller repeat units called monomers that are linked together, and the chemical reaction in which the monomers join to form a polymer chain is called polymerization. Polymers can be found all around you, from your very own DNA to the plastic bags you keep in the kitchen. But in this video, we'll be specifically exploring polymers found in personal care products. Polymers are represented as the second largest class of ingredients in personal care products. In most cases, they are made through the process of free radical polymerization, which is a method involving the formation of cross-linked polymers by use of free radicals, which are very reactive. There are 3 steps to this reaction, the first being initiation. This is where the initiator breaks down to form reactive radicals through either heating or UV light. In this example, we can see that benzophenone is the initiator, which then breaks down to form a benzyl radical and a phenyl radical. Next, the activated initiator, which is in this case the benzyl radical, reacts with the monomer ethylene to produce a reactive polymer chain. The second step is propagation. This is where the radicals on the polymer made from the initiation step adds on to another monomer unit, which then moves the radical to the end, so the whole process can happen again and again. This reaction happens very quickly, until it's stopped by the next step. The third and final step is termination, which occurs by 2 main mechanisms: chain combination, where 2 reactive polymers react together, and disproportionation, where a proton is taken from another polymer chain, which makes a polymer alkane and a polymer alkene. All polymers, except for naturally occurring proteins, are mixtures of different molecular weights, so they are polydispersed. In any polymer sample, the individual polymer chains will not have the same size. This is important because the distribution of molecular weights has been shown to affect many applications, such as adhesion and aging behavior. One way to measure molecular weight is the number average molecular weight Mn, which can be expressed through this equation, where number average molecular weight equals the sum of individual molecular weights divided by the number of polymers. Another way to calculate molecular weight is the weighted average molecular weight MW, which can be expressed through this equation, where weighted average molecular weight equals to the sum of individual molecular weights squared divided by the sum of individual molecular weights. We can cast the polymers used in personal care products into synthetic and natural. Specific properties of the polymers can depend on the number of monomer units, branching, and the ratio of copolymers, which are polymers that have 2 or more different types of monomers in the same chain. This can lead to unique benefits in the personal care products. Natural polymers can be found in animals or plants. An example of a natural polymer used in personal care products is cellulose, which you may be familiar with as it's found in the cell wall of plants. Since it's insoluble in water and therefore difficult to use in products that usually has water as one of its major ingredients, it has to be chemically modified through substitution reactions. Cellulose fibrils are made, which shows to have good spreadability and adherence to skin, which makes it ideal for face masks. Synthetic polymers are artificially produced in labs through controlled chemical reactions. An example of synthetic polymers is polyethylene glycols and their anion and non-ionic derivatives, which are largely used as emollients, which help soften and lubricate the skin, emulsifiers, which helps water-based and oil-based ingredients mix, and penetration enhancers, which aids in delivering ingredients deeper into the skin. Polyethylene glycols, which are soluble in water, are very useful at helping less soluble ingredients dissolve. Although this is a beneficial aspect of polyethylene glycols for manufacturers, a concern for consumers of polyethylene glycol compounds is that ethylene oxide is used in their production through the process of ethoxylation. This process can cause contamination with ethylene oxide, which is associated with carcinogens, which can lead to cancer. So look out for this ingredient on your products in the future. So what's the future of polymers in personal care products? Recombinant protein polymers have been researched and developed for decades, yet it has only recently started to emerge in personal care products. What exactly are they? They are long proteins composed of repeat of amino acid motifs that copy natural structural proteins. There is a higher demand of recombinant protein polymers from consumers who seek for animal-free ingredients that are not derived from petroleum. Due to our understanding of molecular and structural basis of proteins, we can design recombinant protein polymers with unique properties. An example of a custom recombinant protein polymer is silk-elastin hybrid peptides. With more research, silk-elastin hybrid peptides could be used to slowly release popular skincare products, such as vitamin C and A, into the skin for acne treatment. Vitamin C and A are highly potent, so this research would make these ingredients safer to use for consumers. In conclusion, polymers are very prevalent in the personal care industry, but there has been a big push for natural polymers to satisfy the consumer's demands of ingredients with novel functionality while being animal-free, biodegradable, biocompatible, and not derived from petroleum.